Official, Newcastle targets Ekitike, Isak nearing Liverpool, and it will be the most expensive transfer in history. Alejandro Garnacho joins Aston Villa. Cristiano Ronaldo appoints new head coach for his team. All of this and more in today's episode. Official, Newcastle makes record bid for Hugo Ekitike, transfer in final stages. The Magpies have submitted an official offer to Eintracht for the transfer of Hugo Ekitike. The sum exceeds €70 million, which is higher than previous bids from other clubs this summer. According to Sky Sports, negotiations are ongoing with both the club and the player's agents, including in Austria, where Newcastle is holding its pre-season training camp. Eintracht values Ekitike at €101 million, but Newcastle hopes to agree on a lower sum to avoid exceeding Alexander Isak's record transfer. Ekitike himself is positive, and his teammate Timothy Chandler stated that the Frenchman is calm and ready for any outcome. Ekitike's contract with Eintracht is valid until 2029 and does not contain a release clause, making negotiations difficult, but Newcastle sees him as an ideal partner for Isak, especially after the failed pursuit of João Pedro, who chose Chelsea. In turn, Liverpool has officially approached Newcastle regarding Isak's transfer, and we're talking about a historic offer that could exceed £150 million, breaking all British records. This happened after the Magpies intensified negotiations with Eintracht for Hugo Ekitike, and this gave the Reds hope that Isak might be available. However, Newcastle has no intention of selling its main forward, whom they consider key to the club's future. They have already offered Isak a new long-term contract, and coach Eddie Howe publicly stated, "We love him and want him to stay for a long time." If Newcastle refuses, Liverpool will switch their focus to Ekitike, who has already removed mentions of Frankfurt from his social media, and the Magpies have submitted an official bid exceeding €75 million for him, as we mentioned earlier. So the transfer drama is escalating. Isak is Arne Slot's dream, Ekitike is Plan B, and the decision remains with Newcastle. EAFC 26 has officially unveiled the cover of its new game. It features Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham and his midfield counterpart Jamal Musiala from Bayern Munich, two of the brightest representatives of the new generation of footballers. Their selection symbolizes EA's focus on youth, style, and global appeal, and confirms the players' status as icons of modern football. For Musiala, this is a particularly significant moment. He will be the first German on the franchise's cover since Marco Reus in FIFA 17. Bellingham retains his spot after appearing on the FC 25 cover, which speaks to his consistent popularity and leadership. By the way, the Ultimate Edition cover will feature Zlatan Ibrahimovic, serving as a tribute to his legendary career, from Ajax to Barcelona and PSG. The game will be released in autumn 2025. Alejandro Garnacho is close to a move to Aston Villa. The club has made an inquiry to Manchester United and is ready to pay around £60 million, although United initially valued the Argentine at £70 million. Garnacho himself has already removed mentions of United from his social media and even posted a photo in a Villa jersey, which only fueled the rumours. The conflict with coach Ruben Amorim after the Europa League final, where Garnacho remained on the bench, became a catalyst for the transfer. The coach explicitly told him to find a new club. Aston Villa offers a stable role in the starting lineup, participation in European competitions, and a development project under Unai Emery. Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League, and Villa seems like the best option, especially given that the club has already had a successful experience with Marcus Rashford. If the transfer is completed, Garnacho will likely receive the number 11 jersey, as number 17 is already taken. This could be a new start for the Argentine. Francisco Chico Conceição is on the verge of a permanent move to Juventus. The Turin club and Porto have reached full agreement on the transfer, a sum exceeding €30 million, spread over 4 years of payments. The only thing left is formal confirmation from the player that he is waiving his 20% bonuses to complete the deal. Conceição has already had a successful loan season, scoring 7 goals and providing 6 assists, and also netted a brace in the Club World Cup. He has become a key attacking element for Igor Tudor, and the club has decided to make him part of their long-term project. The signing of documents is expected shortly, and Juventus will officially announce the transfer by the end of the week. Liverpool has joined Arsenal in the race to sign Rodrygo from Real Madrid. New head coach Al-Nassr is a big admirer of the Brazilian's playing style, and the club is ready to meet his main demand, to play on the left wing, not on the right, as he did at Real Madrid. Rodrygo has played 270 matches for Real, winning 3 La Liga titles and 2 Champions Leagues, but after Mbappe's arrival and a conflict with Xabi Alonso, his role in the team has significantly diminished. Real is ready to sell the player, setting a price of €100 million, although it was lower before. Liverpool has already held preliminary talks with Rodrygo, and if Luis Diaz does move to Bayern or Barcelona, the transfer could happen very quickly. Rodrygo himself wants to choose his club, and Liverpool is on the list of favourites. Let's break down Rodrygo's transfer to Liverpool, pros and cons, no emotions, just strategy. Why sign Rodrygo? Tactical versatility. Rodrygo can play on both the right and left wings, as well as behind the striker. This is ideal for Al-Nassr's flexible play, who likes variations in attack. European experience and winning mentality. He won the Champions League, La Liga, Super Cup with Real, and knows how to play under pressure at the highest level. Commercial growth potential, Brazilian audience, media presence, a new face for rebranding after Salah. This is huge potential both in and outside of football. Why hold back? €100 million transfer fee, incredibly high, especially if Luis Diaz is not sold. This could affect other signings for the team. For example, a new centre-back. Uncertainty of position. At Real, Rodrygo often complained about being played out of position. At Liverpool, he risks facing the same problem. Adaptation to the physical style of the Premier League. Despite his technical skill, Rodrygo is not the strongest player and may need time to adapt to the tough play in England. I think the transfer won't be a flop, but will it be a breakthrough? That depends on the context, coach's support, and Rodrygo's readiness to integrate into the English game without losing his touch. And what do you think, dear friends? Write in the comments. Portuguese specialist Jorge Jesus has signed a 1-year contract with Al-Nassr, returning to Saudi Arabia after being dismissed from Al Hilal in May. His appointment was made possible thanks to a personal recommendation from Cristiano Ronaldo, who actively lobbied for his compatriot's arrival after extending his own contract until 2027. Jesus stated, "Without Cristiano's invitation, I would not have accepted this offer. Now my goal is to help him win a title in Saudi Arabia." This is the first time Jesus will work with Ronaldo, and the club expects their tandem to finally bring the championship to Al-Nassr, which has eluded them despite Ronaldo's 25 goals last season. Manchester United has moved closer to signing Emiliano Martínez. Negotiations with Aston Villa have officially begun, and the Argentine goalkeeper has personally confirmed his willingness to waive a 20% bonus to finalize the deal. According to Thai Sea Sports, the clubs are agreeing on the final details, and Martinez himself sees the move to United as a significant career step, despite the absence of European competitions. Aston Villa values the player at £40 million, while United is offering around £33 million. But the parties are already close to a compromise. Martinez did not show up for Villa's training camp, and the club has already signed a replacement, Marco Bizot from Brest. The contract is expected to be signed by the end of the week, and Martinez will become the new number one at Old Trafford, replacing the injured Onana, whose future role in the team remains questionable. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.